Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone. Are you tired of the woke and their wokeness? Hello, and welcome to another video. Today we're dishing out our woke frustrations. Leave a like and a comment to join the club.
I have a request and it might offend some people, but can we stop raising awareness for things? It's too much. I know too much. I'm too aware. I don't need to know everything that's going on in the world, okay? I don't need you to be like telling me all these things that I wouldn't traditionally know. I was designed to live in a mud hut, yeah? A very quiet life, being bombarded with information I frankly don't want to know about. In fact, let's try and raise unawareness, yeah? I don't know how that can happen, but I'm just a big fan of raising unawareness.
Great take.
I've had it.
Great take. Great take.
Fantastic.
That should be bigger. That should be way bigger.
Is there a petition we can sign, please? I want to be first on that list.
This is a video of some influencer's morning routine, or at least it's this influencer's performance of what he wants you to think his morning routine is. 3:52 a.m. He's standing there because now he's brushing his teeth. 3:54 a.m. He's washing his mouth out with bottled water. 4 a.m. goes out on the porch. 4 a.m. Now he's doing some push-ups. 4:17 a.m. Now he's just standing there. He's got bottled water again. Now he's sitting down at 4:30 a.m. I guess he's praying. And now he's going down. 6:24 a.m. The day started at 3:50 a.m. Now he's running. Jumping in the pool, getting out of the pool. It's 7:50 a.m., 8:30 a.m., eating a banana, wiping a banana on his face at 8:34 a.m. Now he's eating breakfast. Okay, so this is a morning routine that begins at 3:50 a.m. and ends at like 9:45 a.m. That's 6 hours. His morning routine is 6 hours long. And it's actually a lot longer than that because in real time, he had to set up all those camera angles. Every time he was walking, he had to set up the tripod, get the shot, come back, collect the camera, and then go walk it again. So the actual morning routine, as it was documented, was probably more like 19 hours long. By the time he was finished it was time for another morning routine. So this guy is stuck in a perpetual loop of morning routines. This guy has not slept in 5 years.
I'm so glad Ashton Hall has been getting dragged. His whole schlick is completely ridiculous.
All right, guys, I watched Snow White, so you don't have to. Let's get into it. Now, first things first, Snow White gets her name not from the fairness of her skin, as we obviously know. Rachel Zegler would be a miscast in that sense. Instead, she gets her name from surviving a snowstorm. Father and mother are king and queen to a utopian communist society. Not everybody shares and is mindful of what each person is getting, and we spread our resources evenly, which is where this idea of fairness, as Snow White is the fairest of them all, is really presented in the film. Snow White is the fairest of them all because she has these communist sensibilities to share all resources with the farmers that till the land, and she got those sensibilities from her mother and her father.
So the queen is asking the mirror, who is the communist of them all? Maybe Zegler had started the downfall of the film, but I think it was bound to fail either way. A snowstorm, just write your own fairy tale then.
Good. Girl, you sold your house to live in a hotel for a night. Oh, that's some heat. Good.
Oh, he cooked with that one.
Still not uncommon to hear the phrase, that's a man's job. And I want to hear your thoughts on that particular phrase.
So remember, just oppose their views. It's super simple.
There are men's jobs and there are women's jobs. I mean, I think we all, I mean, we're not saying that that doesn't exist, right? I mean, you're not.
We are kind of saying that.
It's just like if you pull up to a garage and you got to get like an alternator replaced and there's a woman mechanic, the majority of men and women are going to look at that and be like, hey man, I'm all for, women's rights. I mean, who isn't? But I also want my car to run well.
You can feel it. You can feel it. I can't take it.
We're going to discuss some of the most influential women, who you think they are, and sort of what gives them that influence. Michelle Obama, Shonda Rhimes. Women can do all sorts of things.
These are, the Michelle Obama thing. I slept with a man.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I think Michelle Obama is a fantastic example.
Right, but she wouldn't be in the White House if her husband hadn't gotten her there. I mean, very pretty. Very pretty.
You could cut through the tension with an axe. The guys are making a skit at their expense, but to be honest, no lies were told. What exactly has Michelle done? Even her seemingly successful writing career is owed to her husband.
You, just like Rosie O'Donnell, have Trump derangement syndrome. And I want to show you something, Piers. Trump, look at this. This is Rosie O'Donnell before Trump, right? Nice, good. Look what happens, Piers, with Trump derangement syndrome, all right? Rachel Maddow. Look at how hot Rachel Maddow was. And then look, Trump derangement syndrome. She looks like Stephen Colbert. And then look, Kathy Griffin, someone that I might have hooked up with while I was drunk. They turned her into Carrot Top, okay? That's what it does to you people.
Wait, I think he might actually be right. Have you seen Kamala before and after she started running? Hot mess.
I am not going to see this new Snow White, and here's why. And it has nothing to do with it being a remake. Hot take, I love the remakes. I thought Lion King was great, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, all phenomenal. We have this awesome collaboration of timeless stories and modern day technology to really make the magic and the story come to life. It also has nothing to do with the cast. We all saw that PR debacle over the last couple of years, but we're gonna leave that for another video another day. I'll keep it very simple for you guys. There's only one answer, and it's the same reason why I had an issue with the most 3 recent Star Wars movies. That clip of Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot talking about this new Snow White, how she's not going to dream about true love and she's dreaming about the leader she can be. What? And before when you softies twist my words, it has nothing to do with a strong and independent woman as a main character. I love Tiana, successful entrepreneur. I love Moana, sea god. I love Elsa. She shoots icicles out of her hands. That's sick. No, the main point is that just because you don't necessarily agree with a certain character does not mean that you have the right to change it, because again, it's not your story. And of all the princesses that this probably could have happened to, this is arguably the worst because it is Walt's original princess. Yes, the man whose name is on everything. It's his original princess. Say what you want about a grown man talking about Disney princesses. I'm passionate. For the story, I am not going to spend my own money going to see this in theater. And who knows, maybe everything in the media was overblown. And you know what? I'll watch it on Disney Plus. I'm just sick and tired of these stories changing. You want to make remakes of original stories? Fine. Make it a cut-by-cut, copy and paste remake with modern technology.
Exactly. You don't like it, then go write your own. There's nothing wrong with true love, nothing wrong with dwarves, nothing wrong with fair skin.
You white clear paper racist
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
motherfuckers need to stay the fuck off my goddamn page, stanky dead face looking ass.
For one, I'm trying to figure out why we're talking like this. How the hell did we get here? Hold on. I'm pretty sure there's not a single white person that can get anybody to act like this. All the white folks that are in her comments are just like sending love to her and saying, bless your heart. If you don't want white folks in your business, right? Stop talking about them. I feel like this is a phenomenon that people just don't get yet. And I feel like they're just black. I don't see nobody else making videos like that. That's crazy.
About y'all need to mind y'all motherfuckers karmas. Y'all about to pay back in 2025, baby.
Who's coming? Who did what? What did they do to you? All right, which one of y'all did it? Which white person out there pissed her off to do this? I don't believe it's a group. I believe it was one person. Who did it? She's gathering a fire team. She called the cavalry. I don't know what to do now. Apparently they're coming. So, and to you, lady, calm down for one, and I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. Just calm down.
Isn't she a little too fair to call someone clear paper, though?
Watch this. Bark like a dog. Go ahead. They're making Christians crawl and bark like dogs
As they beat them and shoot them.
simply for being Christians in Syria. Go ahead, Palestinian Brigade. Talk about what's going on, Christians. Because you don't like killing of innocent people, right?
Yep.
You don't like genocide, right? But they won't say
Nothing.
because they only condemn what Israel does to other people. They don't talk about what's going on in Yemen. They don't talk about what's going on in Syria. They don't go talk about what's going on in Lebanon. They don't talk about what's going on in Sudan. All they want to talk about is when Israel bombs Hamas or Hezbollah or whatever they do. You want my respect, Palestinian crew? Talk about what's going on in the Christians. Then you'll have a little bit of my respect.
I talked about the insanity going on in Syria a video or two ago. Imagine this. Left America will never match for them. Never.
No, because why the actual f am I supposed to care whether or not women are playing sports? Why do I care what kind of women are playing sports? Whether or not they're women who are trans, whether or not they're women who are transitioning, whether or not they're women who are intersex, whether or not they're women who are young, old. How many f***s do I give? Oh, the woman who happened to have made it through women by crawling to become her feminine self. She won the sport thing? How dare I? I should be upset because she started in a different place. No, I shouldn't let her cross the finish line as a woman. God forbid she be herself when she wins. Why should I care? Who plays in women's sports? You don't watch women's sports. You don't watch women's sports. Why do you care? woman is a woman. All women are women, regardless of genitalia, gender construct.
Okay, put her in a ring with her favorite trans woman. This is for scientific purposes only.
Saying that there's a distinction between sex and gender in as much as a man can, wear pink and bake brownies. I disagree with that. I'm not saying that men can't act in a way that's somewhat effeminate. I'm just, I guess I disagree with the notion that if a boy wears pink and bakes brownies, that he is in some true sense a girl. I don't think that's possible.
Well, if they identify as a girl, then they would be.
If I identified as a rhinoceros, that wouldn't make me a rhinoceros.
Are you a rhinoceros?
No.
Rhinoceros has like a biological definition, whereas woman does not.
I think woman does.
The woman, it has like a definition, but it has nothing to do with like genitalia or chromosomes or physical appearance.
I think usually you would say woman refers to female, for instance, like gendered nouns, but now it refers to this gender ideology. But use whichever term you like. Why doesn't it have something to do with bodies?
I mean, bodies are like an aspect of it, but that's not what it's referring to. It's referring to someone's identity.
And where does the identity come from?
From their conception of themselves.
They conceive of their identity, but on what basis?
If their bodies and genitals don't matter, why do they immediately do things to change their bodies to fit in with their preferred gender? Honestly, those two sound like they gave up on life decades ago.
So because they asked for your ID, you're tearing up $1 bills? EBT royalty. See, sometimes I understand racism, like real racism, rooted in, I don't like X person because of X. When you do stuff like this, you just give me further understanding of why some real racists behave the way they do. You don't know how to behave in public. You ripped up a whole $2.13 that was going to tip a woman probably making, and you find that is humorous. So when people laugh and do stuff the other way, I don't get hurt because it doesn't affect me. But stuff like this video, it shows you white folks ain't the most racist.
They should have invested their $2 in a diet book or something.
She goes on to talk about how he puts animals in blenders to feed his birds of prey.
Baby chicks and mice.
But the point here is, think about the mentality of what it takes to physically do what you're asking that person to do and stop. There are stories about people that kill animals and what you need to lack to be able to do that. This man seems dangerous.
Well, Sarah, experiments funded by a very good friend of this show, Dr. Fauci, locked puppies inside cages with their head in boxes filled with sandflies, eating their faces alive. Now that is a dangerous man, I would say, a psycho, but he's a friend of yours, okay? Not someone who feeds their birds of prey their natural diet. So clearly you don't have any idea how feeding a predatory animal or the food chain in general works, because you live inside a Disney La La Land where Simba has gone vegan. And I would say, thank God that you don't have any birds of prey, because if you did, they would be dead from hunger by now.
Why is the view still standing? I think I asked this question in every other video.
It's really because Republicans they're very thin-skinned and they're very sensitive.
Say what?
Really?
I think I'm gonna have to hand this off. Yeah.
This will break right. I've lost all hope in the American people.
Our resistance will be talked about for generations.
New poll shows liberal women the most unhappy and lonely as of February 14, 2025, year of our Lord. Every single thing out there, it screams how the left are the most sensitive people in this country. How they're gonna be the ones that are gonna be crying out of everything. How they are gonna be the ones that are gonna be reasoning with their emotions. And somehow AOC has the audacity to come and call us thin-skinned. Babe, you guys rioted for an entire summer, creating over $2 billion in damages. You guys burned down black neighborhoods and black businesses in the name of black justice, because you guys reason with your emotions. You have the audacity to call us thin-skinned? Bitch, please.
Which group gets destroyed and destabilized by pronouns? Yeah, I thought so.
something totally unexpected that's starting to happen to me with the hormones is I think I'm starting to see value in men, and that seems scary to me because the reality is they're so easy to get, and I wouldn't know what to do with that if that became true. But
easy to get.
I am actually starting to see value in them. They seem cute now. It must be the progesterone. I don't know, but I mean, I don't hate it.
I can't say anything.
I've been
I'll get in trouble.
ardent misandrist and feminist
I cannot say
and
anything. I
blah,
cannot
blah,
say anything.
now suddenly it's like, wait a minute, they're not so terrible sometimes. And that seems really, really dangerous for me. I don't know. Help.
Harley Quinn, if she grew up in Slab City, well, the men can deal with him. Congratulations, ladies. You're off this hook.
I am who I say I am, and you are who you say you are, and sometimes we are wrong about who we think other people are. That's okay. Don't assume. You can always just ask, which pronouns do you use? He, him, she, her, they, them, these, or let me know which one do you prefer?
Oh, God.
Guys, I'm scared. Get these people out of classrooms.
You know what time it is. It's time to check in on the liberal white woman.
I keep seeing stories about this new women's gym that's for biological women, but no trans women, right? And I just can't help but think this isn't a safe space for women, not for cis women or any women, because if trans women are very explicitly excluded, then that means any woman who doesn't perform femininity the way that the woman that owns the gym thinks they should is They're going to be like, oh, you've got too much muscle, you're not a real woman. Oh, you're a bit hairy, you're not a real woman. Oh, you're a bit
you know, this is what college does to you, isn't it? This is what it does to you. It gets you away from logic.
It's not muscle and it's not appearance that makes you a woman. It's biology. It's your lady parts. Like, these people are so far gone that they don't even know what a woman is anymore. This is crazy.
Oh, you're not a real woman. Oh, you're wearing very masculine clothes today. Are you a woman? Oh, you've got very broad shoulders. You're not a woman. And then what does that mean? It means nobody's safe. It means everyone is going to be treated with suspicion. This doesn't protect women. Attacking trans women does not protect any women. It just makes it unsafe.
Well, I'm sorry there, love, but it means that trans women, they aren't really women there, isn't it? Oh!
Parents, don't let your children go to college because...
I have a theory. Blue hair dye destroys your brain and makes it impossible for you to come up with sensible opinions. There is no way the blue dye and idiocy are not working together.
Somebody pulled up some old clips of Jimmy Kimmel, and the irony is off the charts.
Tell us what you think of the statue. I mean, do you think that she's attractive or not? Take another look at it.
With all those comments that y'all been saying about Trump, I guess we can say the same thing about you too, huh, Jimmy? Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. They put on this fake persona, making it seem like they're the best person in the world. They're the good guy, right? They smile, they wave, they say everything right. But behind closed doors, it's a whole different story. These people are faker than silicone. I'm not even...
And there he was crying on stage like the worst had come. I don't want to hear anything about the man show either. If you have footprints like these, you should stick to telling the lame jokes your writers came up with.
I don't think it's disingenuous to acknowledge my faith, and I told you the reason why we signed this and created a statement of faith.
It was disingenuous to have such a long presentation without explaining that Students for Life was a religiously based organization.
So I need to stand up and be like, hello, my name is Kristen Hawkins, I'm a mom of 4, I live in Idaho, I'm a Christian. Is that how you would like me to? I don't believe in introducing myself with labels.
I've lost it. I've lost patience with this.
I don't understand. Why do you think in every conversation you have with anyone, you make them tell you immediately whether or not they believe in a God?
No.
Why would you want me to do it?
Why do you create these putting words in my mouth? I merely pointed out that in your presentation, you are disingenuous to not tell what the basis for the Students for Life is.
I told you, sir, some of our Students for Life members are atheists who just believe humans are special and know what science teaches us, that the child in the womb is human. Other people would say their basis for being pro-life is that they know all humans have value because they are created in the image of a maker or God. It varies in the pro-life movement, sir. It's not uniform.
I'm not saying anything about the people, I'm saying about the organization. You go to its website and it says it.
Yes, yes, I had to become a faith-based organization. Let me be very clear. I had to become, after 18 years, a faith-based organization because Democrats in Washington, D.C. want to shut down organizations like me and silence us. And we were afraid that Kamala Harris would win and we'd instantly face reprisals and attacks for being an anti-abortion organization. And I knew legally I could protect myself, my supporters better if we were a faith-based organization. I am not ashamed to tell you that. That is how unhinged Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party has been, because they do not believe in freedom of speech, sir. They would literally say my organization shouldn't be around, that I shouldn't be allowed to do what I do. Do you disagree with that? Do you think Kamala Harris loves me? Oh, sure. You want to come down? You want to ask a question? Or?
So he went on the website so that it is in fact registered as a faith-based organization, loathed that part, and still decided to show up. Is this considered self-harm?
Finally off on your date.
Well, this is starting out nicely. A friend wishing another friend a good time on their date.
I hope they fucking hate each other so badly. Oh my god.
Oh dear, it seems like someone's true colors are coming out.
I cannot afford to lose my only single friend.
It's so nice to see women supporting other women, isn't it?
Like, seriously, the state needs to go bad, or I'm gonna be really, really upset.
I hope this was a skit, because if it's not, I would say that someone could definitely do better in the friend department than to have someone that would say one thing to their face and another thing completely different behind their back and then post it on social media of all things. But if it is a skit, it actually is an excellent example of how oftentimes it is some single women that really want to seem to keep other women single because they don't want to be the only ones left unmatched. And it is really unfortunate that many of us out there have had friends like this in the past that would rather have someone to keep them company in their own misery than to see someone actually be happy.
Wait, I thought they didn't want or need men. I thought they wanted to be the cool single godmothers. No?
Do I want to get Elon Musk out of politics? Yeah, the world's richest man, the most influential in history, is now calling the shots.
What has he done that really bothers you?
He's arrogant, naive.
60 years, USAID, billions of dollars. You think it made an impact in the world?
Drugged up? Sir, you're literally twitching and tweaking. I guess you should know about being drugged up.
Last question for you. Would you be willing to house migrants to keep them away from government officials if they did come by?
I live in a studio, so I don't physically have that option. But if I did, absolutely. Those are hardworking people. I mean, my last husband was a wetback. He self-described a wetback because he crawled across the river to get up here. And he worked his ass off. And he paid all of our taxes. And he was a card now. Then he was a green card holder after that. But he crawled up here because he was desperate for a life.
Now wait a minute, what? If you think about it though, she already housed one illegal immigrant. She definitely hated it then.
I don't need them.
You talk to him like this?
So that's why it's important for him to be that kind of partner for me.
You talk to him like this?
Like what?
Like how you talking to us right now. Do you talk to him like that?
You over talking.
Yeah.
Tell me a lot of women.
Yeah, tell me you talk to him like that.
I'm gonna tell you something.
And you expect him to be a ride or die for you.
Can I say this? I ain't gonna say a lot of women.
You.
I was sitting here listening. There's no way in the because I done dealt with this.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way in the I'm gonna sit here and take you serious when you do to me. I got a mama. Or hey, I don't need another mama. I need a partner.
Yeah.
My partner in business or anything ain't gonna talk to me and make me feel this big.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to touch on something you said earlier. I'm glad you went in like that. I want to touch on something you just said a few minutes ago. We're getting here.
Yeah.
Getting here.
First of all, I don't want y'all to think that by me bringing that up, I'm talking down on my man. I'm using it as an example because I know that's how a nigga would do. A nigga would take the slightest little thing you say and try to make like I'm trying to belittle my man in front of here. No, that's not what I'm doing. What I am doing though is making sure you understand that when a woman has a vision and a plan for where she want to go in her life, she don't need a man telling her, oh no, you don't need to go on stage.
She can do it in the inside voice.
She don't need to go on
stage. She can talk in the inside voice.
Yeah, what's wrong with the regular voice?
She can talk in the regular voice.
When a man talk loud, he's confident.
No,
when a woman talk loud,
no.
She's when a woman talk loud, she's just loud.
Yeah, because you know why? Because the women ain't supposed to talk like that.
So can I finish?
Can I finish? Both of y'all.
You're right.
Fuck both of y'all if y'all think that I'm up here being some type of way because I don't need neither one of y'all And you're not gonna sit up here and talk condescending to me either. Because yes, I am a strong woman. I am a empowered woman. And I don't take shit off of no nigga. I don't give a he my daddy, my brother, my man,
why
or the nigga sitting next to me on stage.
This is the question. Listen, this is a question that you said. Are you mad at us for that?
Guess what? Her boyfriend was in the room too. Exactly. If you want to be a man so bad, then do that. But don't expect your boyfriend to become a woman fit you. That's stupid.
Daily reminder, you get to define what masculinity and femininity are for yourself. Don't let society dictate your gender expression.
Can that be hunted? I'm asking respectfully.
I'll tell you what I'm doing this afternoon. I'm going to bet $358,000 on Harris because on Polymarket it's 62.38. Because my observation is that the people who go to these betting sites tend to be younger, tend to be more male.
I love videos that age like milk. And that right there is what we call a wrap. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. So, about that like, comment, and subscription. See you in the next one.